Good morning from the U.S. Embassy here in Kingston, Jamaica, and welcome to a very special edition of Consular Conversations. My name is Camila, and I'm your host today. So we're going to be running things a little differently. While we here at Consular Conversations are always ready to assist you with consular-related questions, we also want our audience to get to know about other sections within the embassy that work alongside the Consular Section. So today, we have a special guest joining us. I'm joined by my colleague, Dominick, who hails from the United States Postal Inspection Service. Good morning, Dom.
Good morning, Camila.
So Dom, I'm guessing most of our audience today are not even aware that we have a United States Postal Inspector. So would you be able to talk a little bit more about what it is that USPIS does?
Sure. So here in Jamaica, the U.S. Postal Inspection Service, we're focused on lottery scamming. The U.S. Postal Inspection Service, we're the law enforcement arm of the U.S. Postal Service. We enforce over 200 statutes, from anything from robbery to murder to rape to child pornography to mail fraud to mail theft. The Postal Inspection Service has been around since August 7th, 1775, so we actually predate the United States.
That's great information to have, and I also think it's a great overview of what it is that USPIS does throughout the world. So I know that March is National Fraud Prevention Month. Is there any type of scam that you guys would like to highlight during this time?
Absolutely. We are really focused on lottery scamming and money mules, so that's what I'd like to focus on today.
Okay, perfect. So can you talk a little bit more about how some people, especially older adults, tend to be targeted for these scams?
Yes. So a lot of the times the scammers will call the elderly persons in the States and try to scam them out of money. So they'll tell them that they won a lottery, $4.5 million in a Mercedes or some other luxury vehicle. They will try to get them to collect money from other persons to send down to Jamaica. There are a lot of different things that they try to do to try to get them to get money. So they'll actually have them to try to send phones or gift cards or value-added cards, and that's something that we can't have.
Okay, thank you. And when you talk about money mules, what is it exactly that means?
Sure. So a money mule will be someone who is collecting money from persons that they don't know to send to a scammer that's down in Jamaica, and that would be a money mule.
Okay, great. And so what would you say are some of the best practices that people can use to avoid being scammed?
Yes, I would say that some of the better practices for avoiding being scammed would be to not engage in any type of illegal activity that deals with a lottery that they know they've not been entered into. I would say that you want to hang up the phone if someone is talking to you and you don't know them, or don't answer the phone if you don't know the number. There are a number of things that you can do.
Okay, great. And what should people be looking out for that might alert them to a possible scam?
High pressure sales, someone telling you that they won something and they have to pay a fee, or they have to send cards or phones or any type of merchandise down to Jamaica. You want to look out for any type of thing that would be considered to be illegal.
Okay, thank you so much. And if our audience knows someone who is possibly being the victim of a scam, what would you advise for them to do?
So the best thing to do is to talk to your loved one and advise them that they are in a possible scam, and talk to other people who may be more knowledgeable about that scam. They can also contact the Postal Inspection Service.
Great. And I'm sure people are wondering how it is that USPIS works alongside the Consular Section. So would you like to highlight some of our joint efforts?
Absolutely. So with the U.S. Postal Inspection Service and the Consular Section, we work to stop people who are using the visa system in a nefarious way. So the majority of Jamaicans who are going to the U.S., they're either doing it in a legitimate way. They're going for tourist reasons, or to shop, or maybe to go to school or to work, maybe even to migrate. But there are some who are going in to scam people, or to actually be a money mule, to collect money from people that they don't know, to bring back down to Jamaica for the scammers.
Yes, and Dom, to be clear, the people who create these scams and participate in them, they can be charged, correct?
Absolutely. So those persons who are engaged in these illegal activities, they can be charged both here in Jamaica and in the U.S. And our primary goal here at the U.S. Embassy is to extradite persons back to the United States. But we do work with the Jamaican law enforcement, the FID, MOCA, and the JCF to charge persons under POCA, which is the Proceeds of Crime Act. We also can charge them in the U.S. under 18 U.S.C. 1341 and 18 U.S.C. 1343, which are mail fraud and wire fraud, respectively. Both of those charges have 20-year sentences, and they can, that time is day for day in the federal system in the U.S. So if you get charged and you're found guilty of that crime, you can serve up to 20 years, and it would be at least 85% of that time.
Okay. Don, thank you so much for being here and talking both about fraud and scams, but also how you work alongside the Consular Section. I also want to thank you and always enjoy working alongside of you. Thank you to our audience for tuning in. We hope that you were able to learn a little bit more about fraud and scams and how to prevent them. And we will see you next time.
Thank you.